The initial comments are late. TJ, are you with me? And greetings. Pretty much as soon as I created a stream, someone's like, late. I'm just instantly late, huh? That's how that works. I can't even get a chance to start streaming before it's just late. Okay. I see how it is. I guess since I'm not planning on watching any videos or anything during this, my background music is doable, right? What's that? Is that, yeah, there we go. That'll do. Turn that down. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Maybe a little less. Right around there, maybe? Hitting it around negative 45 dB. It's like, okay. Late to the date of fate. Is that what you think, Lady Sloth? Why are we not more upset and fighting you two to get Paul's channel back? I think, you know, we should. I plan on putting something out on my channel about it. And we'll definitely talk about it again on the next Onion Nuggets. And it's definitely going to get clipped out and put there. You know, if we can't get amends that way, you know, I have other people I can go to and put forth this issue to that maybe can amplify it a little bit. I think it's pretty ridiculous to see, you know, a channel like Ideology get so unceremoniously shit-canned when, you know, clearly there's channels out there saying far worse things that are not only still on YouTube, but like monetized by YouTube that are getting tons of views. I mean, you just look at some of the stuff being put out there by Daily Wire. I mean, like Matt Walsh has a platform, but Paul's ego can't have a fucking platform. Like, that's ridiculous. Totally absurd. She's been replaced by aliens. Yeah, but that happened so many years ago. It's like, you guys barely even knew the real TJ. Like, TJ was just some guy that made like 3 YouTube videos, and then I took over. So, I mean, like, really, the alien is the one you have affection for. Did you get canceled? Not as of yet. It's some BS. Bring Ideology back. Hell yeah. Paul is worse than Steven Crowder, apparently. Yeah. Hey, TJ, I saw the DFF Kurt Cobain episode, and I have to say that Sky was totally wrong about Sonic Youth being terrible. I was like, listen to the song Teenage Riot, and then tell me they suck. All I can tell you is that we went to Voodoo Fest or whatever, the Voodoo Music Experience in New Orleans, and they have a ton of bands that show up and play there. And a lot of times you'll see bands that you never even gave credit, and they'll blow your fucking socks off. You know, you'll see bands that, you know, you don't even give a shit about being there to see. That'll fucking blow your mind. And you'll see bands that you thought were pretty good, and they'll fucking stink up the stage. Now, Sonic Youth is one that neither Scotty nor I had any opinion of whatsoever. So we walked in neutral. And then we saw their set, and they were fucking terrible. I can't speak for, you know, what they might have done on album. I can't speak for what they might have done at other shows, but the one time that we gave them our attention, they rewarded it with garbage. So that's just that. Terrible, terrible show. And I don't think we were the only ones that felt that way. The crowd seemed listless. Just reminder for you to check out Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains. Holy shit, I cut my hand on a broken bottle. Okay. Yeah, keep putting that forward to me, yeah. I'm sure eventually. Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains. Holy shit, I just cut my hand on a broken bottle. Yes. I call bullshit on the name unless someone sacrificed a chicken to curse the overpriced concert food. Yeah, when I went to Voodoo Fest, this is back in 2000, I want to say 3? Something like that. 2003, 2004, round about that time. I wrote a little essay about it at the time, a little journal entry or whatever you want to call it, called $7 Lemonade, an odyssey into the heart of voodoo or whatever. And yeah, $7 Lemonade. By today's standards, not too gougy, still gougy even by today's standards to pay $7 for a fucking lemonade, but you know, it's probably by now it's probably like $15 lemonade. You know, horrible. TJ, I lament the loss of ideology. Yes. I sure did. I sure do. Yeah, we're going to definitely do some things on that front. We're not going to let that stand. You know, I don't know what kind of level of fight Paul's got in him about it, but you know, I'm definitely going to say some things on my channel and on our show and talk to some people I know about it because, you know, I find it absurd. I find it absolutely absurd that there are people who are like, you know, using this platform for stochastic terrorism against trans people, but somehow Paul's ego ranting on his back porch about nothing particularly offensive is like this massive issue. I don't fucking think so. I want to hit up New Orleans maybe this year. Is it true you guys serve gator? Yeah, you can buy gator at a number of places. It's pretty good if you get it blackened. So yeah, blackened gator is pretty good. Fried gator can be pretty good too. Just make sure you get it at a quality place, because if you get it somewhere that's, you know, not as good at preparing it, it can be a little bit chewy, you know, overly chewy. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, but it can be pretty good. I think of it more as like a novelty than anything. I don't really think it's worth eating on a regular basis, but I've had people disagree with me on that. Excuse me. Yeah, it's rubbery if it's overcooked. That can happen for sure. But if it's prepared well, it's pretty decent. I just don't. It's not good enough that I can see it really being worth getting over, you know, any of the staple meats that are far more popular, like chicken or steak or whatever. I really hope some big creators can get his channel back. I listen to old Ideology almost every day for background audio. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people who are in that boat and stuff. And, you know, Ideology, it might not be the biggest channel on YouTube, you know, and Paul certainly ran it in a very draconian manner that kind of ensured that the audience could never grow too big. I don't think he ever wanted a big audience on that platform. I think he wanted a small, intimate community that he could, you know, rant and express himself to. And, you know, the fact that YouTube took that away for no good reason with no explanation is not going to stand in my book. Best way to determine quality of a gator joint. I mean, there's not like a restaurant that specializes in serving gator. There's just like places that have it on the menu. It's usually an appetizer. It's like I said, I feel like it's more of a novelty thing. I don't think I've ever seen gator meat as a main course. You know, it's usually in fact, it's always, as far as I could tell, an appetizer. You know, you get like fried gator balls or whatever. Balls. you know, the only meat you can eat from a gator, I believe, is from the tail. I don't think any other of the parts are useful as meat. But you know, it can be pretty good, honestly. It's not terrible. Also, I read gator has 2 to 3 times the protein of beef. Oh, that's interesting. Paul Twitch confirmed. I mean, you know, where Paul wants to go to do his streaming, or if he even wants to continue with that, that's all stuff that's up to him. But I'm going to do the best I can to get his channel restored. Who's the most commie person on DFF? Probably Paul. I mean, I think Paul... I don't think any of us qualify as communists, to be honest with you. But I think Paul is probably the closest to it. But it really depends on how you're going to define communism. Gator balls, gator balls. His second channel is The Poltergeist, if you guys want to sub to that. Yeah, I mean, everyone should go check that out for sure. Especially anyone who was super into ideology. Go check out The Poltergeist. We'll probably link that in our next Onion Nuggets as well. Is blunt sharing communism? Yeah, I believe it is. Sharing anything is communism. Any sort of sharing, all communist. I love that we live in a society where, like, the Democrats are communists, right? In the Republican mindset. It's like people that are, like, so marginally to the left of them that it's, like, an embarrassing fucking farce to even say we have 2 parties. And it's like, oh yeah, they're communists. Like, what? They have like different opinions on like 3 issues. That makes them communists, I guess. Oh. Sharing is caring. Is it? Do you think we're headed towards a civil war? Not really. I don't personally think we are, but I've heard it said. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, some crazy unrest happened, but I don't think it's going to get to the level of organization where we can say there's a civil war going on. Hey TJ, finally become a patron. Feels good to support y'all after enjoying the content as a pleb for so long. Thanks. Has TJ been cooking anything good lately? My latest interest in terms of culinary stuff is, you know, I bought a meat grinder 3 or 4 years ago. And I never did really get around to using it. Just something I thought I'd have more use for than I actually ended up having. But recently I've become re-enamored with the idea of grinding my own hamburger. So I want to go to the store and get some good meat to grind up in there and make hamburgers with. You know, grind my own hamburger. So I'll be doing that pretty soon, and I'll let you know how that turns out. And maybe if I can, you know, perfect something, I'll make a video about it. Why didn't you go on Dim Fool's show? It seems like I haven't... There was like a time period where he seemed interested in it, and it seems like that time has passed for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe he caught wind of all the jokes about me snatching his beanie off his head or something and got scared. I don't know. Is it cheaper to grind your own hamburger? No, not really, not usually. Usually it's a little more expensive. There are instances where it can be, but you know, the way I plan on doing it, no, not really. You ever make your own sausages? No, I've yet to do that. I think that the meat grinder that I have has a sausage making attachment, but I haven't done it. I'm interested in it. I don't think TP wants lefties on his show anymore. You think he's given up on that? Yeah, maybe that's it. I'm not sure. I really don't know. But he made a big to-do about it for a minute, and then seemed like his interest fell off real quick for some reason or another. I've grinded my own meat for years. I've never gone back. Let me ask you, what do you do? What do you use for a hamburger? I've seen different people talk about different things they've used. I saw a guy use tri-tip, but that seems way too low quality for me. And then I saw some people do some like proprietary mixes and stuff, like sirloin and ground chuck. You know, different. Not ground chuck, obviously. Chuck roast. So I don't know. I only grind the finest filet mignon. Pip pip, old chap. I feel like filet mignon doesn't have enough fat. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it's just that well marbled that I don't really realize the fat content of it. Hamburger tends to be a solution to lower quality cuts. Yeah, but I really don't... I don't know. I don't want it to be... I want to make a hamburger that's like truly premium, though. That's the whole idea of grinding it myself. If I just want some inferior shit, I'll just go buy it from the fucking store, like already ground, right? Chuck roast with a good amount of fat is best for burgers. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people though that took the chuck roast and then they also had like a leaner meat of like a higher quality to kind of bring it up a notch. I've seen people use sirloin for that. Like they do like 1 part chuck roast to 1 part sirloin. I've also seen people just do sirloin and then like put some like bacon in there. They just grind the bacon right into the burger to get the fat from the bacon in there so that it acts as the fat. And I think like, you know, a bacon burger is pretty good. So a burger that has the bacon already ground into it sounds pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, Wagyu seems like overkill for a burger. But maybe. I don't know. Fuck it. Who goddamn cares? Like if it's a good burger. I have not seen anyone use ribeye, so I'm pretty sure that's not great for it, but maybe it is. I don't know. A lot of people add other meats, but the classic burger is chuck roast. All right, well maybe I'll just start with that and see how I feel about it. See what I think. Because it would be easier to buy one piece of meat to start with rather than trying to like mix other things in. I use bison to make sloppy joes. Cool. Would you eat lab-grown meat? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'd be more content with that in the long run. Like once they could get it up to the right quality level. You know, because obviously there's less, you know, suffering and misery involved in the process of creating it, so... TJ, what's your take on the Netflix Dahmer series? I have not watched it, so I don't know. TJ, what's your take on the Netflix Dahmer series? I don't know. I've never seen it. TJ, what's your take on the Netflix Dahmer series? I don't know. I've never seen it. TJ, what's your take on the Netflix? Oh, there we go. I'll take lab-grown meat over the bug protein stuff they were trying to push a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, I definitely am not super keen on eating bugs. I guess that you know, if they could like disguise it to the degree where I didn't really feel like I was eating bugs, then I guess I really wouldn't care that much. Might be like an initial like oof, but if I ate like here's a bug burger and it's like oh god, and I looked at it and I really couldn't tell, and I took a bite and I was like, I could probably deal with it. But you know, I think I'd rather the cloned stuff. You know what I mean? Did you think Gus Fring is one of the best villains on TV? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I don't understand the hostility towards lab-grown meats. It's a win-win. I don't know either. I don't know. I'm not really sure what the big deal is. It seems like, you know, if you look at the horrors of, like, factory farms and realize, like, yeah, we could end this by embracing these lab-grown meats, I don't really see where's the drawback. Is it just like a bunch of boomers scared of science? Is that what it just all boils down to? We as humanity need to start making corpse starch and make it edible and maybe even good. Not only that, but like the idea that we're going to replace these other animals with these other like proteins we're losing with bugs, like insect populations are in fucking decline. Like the idea that like when we destroy the world, bugs will still be fine. Like there's no science to support that. It seems like they're fucking going. By the way, when they go, yeah, the life on this planet for us is going to get a lot fucking harder. Soylent Green is TJ. Yes. I ate roast salted crickets once, surprisingly good. I just don't think I could do something that still looked like a cricket. Let's just jump straight away into having mechanical bodies powered by energy. Problem solved. I mean, if we had the technology to do that, I'd say it's probably a pretty good point. Pretty good point to do it. But I don't think we're there. Science does support cockroaches surviving us. Well, that might be true. I've yet to hear any hand-wringing about how cockroach populations are in decline, so you're probably right. The problem with eating bugs for most people is they look like the same. They look the same, dead or alive. Yeah, I mean, but then a lot of these people who are like, you know, like lobster and crab is just bugs, and really they're right. I mean, they essentially are, and I eat that shit, so I don't know. I don't know why I'll eat a giant bug in the ocean, but I won't eat a little bug that crawls on the land. I don't know. Not really sure. Crabs and lobsters are different because they're red. They're not really red until they're boiled. Right? TJ, what's your favorite Super Bowl commercial? I don't have one. Red is the color of tasty. Lobsters are meatier, but crabs tend to taste better than lobster, in my opinion. I mean, obviously it depends on the variant and stuff. But, yeah. They just need to start calling tarantulas land crabs. Then people will eat them. I've never eaten crabs or lobsters either. I like crab legs. What's your favorite war? The War of 1988, wherein 90% of the population of the Earth was killed. A lot of people don't know about it because the government, covered it up. But yeah, it happened. Would vegan TJ be a skinny TJ? I don't know. Not nearly enough. Yes. I don't want to eat a creature's whole head and guts. No thanks. I mean, we're kind of living in a spoiled time in a lot of ways, but throughout most of history, like if you go look at an old cookbook, which I have, I have I have a cookbook that's not particularly ancient itself, but it has a lot of really old recipes in it, and there's recipes in there for calf brains and all kinds of organ meat. People used to eat a lot more organs and brains and snouts and things like that. That used to be viable meat. Oh no, movie recording has stopped automatically. Please no. Don't do that to me. Can you bench press over 200 pounds, TJ? I don't think I can, no. Why'd you stop being vegetarian? Because meat is good. I did it for a little while because my wife was vegetarian and I tried to adapt myself to that lifestyle, but ultimately I couldn't. And ultimately neither could she. She ended up not being vegetarian either. So it just it's hard. Meat is so fucking good. I just love I could give up chicken probably. I could give up fish. But beef is just gonna always call my name. I'm too into it. And bacon would be hard to give up too. I could if I could just give up everything except somehow I could still have hamburgers and bacon. I'm pretty sure I could do the rest. I could be no more chicken, no more fish, no more anything else from an animal. Just these two things. But that doesn't work. That's still very much not vegetarian, right? And I mean, look, I recognize when I talk to vegans and vegetarians, a lot of times they make arguments that it's really hard to refute about eating those things. But at the end of the day, I'm going to eat it. So please just lab grow it so I don't have to feel bad anymore. There is lab grown meat, dude. Well, it needs to be more readily available. I know there's some stuff on the market now, but it ain't at my grocery store. I can't go into fucking Walmart or something and buy some lab grown meat. When I see that there, I'll start to fuck with it, but chicken is the best meat. It's healthier. It's healthy too. I only like chicken if it's fried, to be honest with you. A grilled chicken breast, I can eat it, but there's no joy in it for me. The only time I actually like chicken, I don't ever like chicken. Let's be honest here. I like the breading on fried chicken, and the chicken around it or the chicken that it's around is tolerable. That's what's going on there. I really don't give a fuck about chicken. Beyond Burger is pretty damn good, and it always satisfies my craving. Honestly, I'm not super picky about these alternative burgers out there. I'm fine with most of them. I think a lot of them taste pretty good, but who is really super picky about them is Chelsea. So, and I can't fucking if let's have burgers for dinner, and then, oh yeah, I bought this oh, pretty good. And she's like, nah. It's like, okay, well, whatever. I guess not then. So whatever. I mean, and none of them really compare to a real fucking hamburger either. Let's be real. Like if you go, like, here's how I realized that I was at a fucking, if you're just like sitting around at night and you get yourself like a little Beyond Beef or whatever the fuck, or, Beyond Burger or Impossible Burger or whatever fucking brand of fucking veggie burger, and you sit there and you eat that thing, and you can tell yourself like, man, this, yeah, pretty good. But one day I was at a barbecue where, there was some vegetarian people there, so there was some vegetarian patties and there were some meat patties, and they were obviously, they did like the grill ostrich, draw the line. This is where we're gonna cook this. This is where we're gonna cook that. So there's no cross stuff and all that. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I ate a vegetarian burger, and then I was hungry again. I was like, I'm going to eat one of the real burgers this time. And I took a bite of that real burger after eating that vegetarian burger, and having compared them in the moment like that, it was like, oh, fuck, that's not even close. That's ridiculous. It's not even in the same ballpark, is it? Yeah, I mean, a real hamburger is just unfuckwittable, all right? You can't be messed with. It's the veggie burgers don't come close. They really don't. Part of the problem is this continent doesn't know how to make great vegetarian food. Yeah, I mean, like, you get some Indian dishes that are vegetarian. Oh my God, amazing. The problem with a lot of our vegetarian food is that we're so stupid and meat-brained that we just try to turn vegetables into meat somehow, instead of actually trying to bring out the naturally delicious flavors of, like, the vegetables and the spices we can use and, like, the methods of cooking them. Like, instead of actually, like, hey, here are some dishes that incorporate vegetables that are really satisfying and filling. Instead of doing that, we're like, how we make vegetable into meat. It's fucking, it's never going to happen. Right? You're never going to fucking be like, this carrot now tastes like a fucking slab of beef. That's not real, man. It's a pipe fucking dream if I ever heard one, right? Yeah. What I think of The Menu? Good movie. Good flick. Really solid. McDonald's fries are vegan. That sounds not right, but I guess it could be true. What always bothered me, just eat vegetables. Yeah, I mean, sure. I had a veggie burger in India, completely different from anything I've had here. Well, India is a country where they don't eat beef. So when they're trying to make a burger there, they're not like, how do we make this taste like beef? They're just like, how do we make something that's really like delicious that we could put in this this bun? How do we make some kind of patty that's going to be tasty? So they're not going for like, we must stimulate beef, which I think makes all the difference in the world. TJ, would you eat on the island from you movie? What? McDonald's fries aren't vegan because they're fried in oil that has beef ingredients. Okay. I don't care. I'm not vegan, so I don't have to worry about it. You guys can have this little argument or whatever. I'm not in it. I'm out. McDonald's fries. Oh, yeah. I read that one. When you're eating cauliflower chicken wings, just make a damn salad. Yeah, I mean, like, cauliflower can be fried. Cauliflower can be dipped in buffalo sauce. Cauliflower is not wings. Like, it's never going to be wings. Sorry. I mean, it could be, hey, I'm eating fried cauliflower and I'm dipping it in some buffalo sauce, but like, you can do that all you want, and maybe that's good, but that's not wings. It's never gonna be. You know, because cauliflower, I don't know, it just doesn't have the same texture or fat content. It's like a totally different thing than a chicken wing. So, yeah, I don't even know why I'm explaining that, but yeah. Cauliflower pizza is pretty dope. Yeah, it's all right. It could be worse. Yeah, I usually am pretty fond of black bean burgers, honestly. Those are pretty good. I've liked pretty much every black bean burger I've had, with maybe like an exception or two here and there. Salads are the worst vegetable meal of all time. It just looks healthy. I mean, they can. I mean, it just depends on the dressing you use, whether or not it's like healthy or not. I mean, you're still getting vegetables and stuff, so whatever. But the thing about a salad is, like, who really gives a fuck about a fucking goddamn salad? I don't know. It's just like, it's like, here's you fucking. I'm about to eat a steak, so here's some lettuce first. You know, that's that's what salad is to me. Salad is just like a little, hey, you know, before I eat my meat and potatoes, how about a little fucking lettuce? All right, pretty good. Bring on the real shit. You know, that's basically what a salad fucking is. Young, insecure girls, lol. What, is that like the salad demographic? You should react to the scene of Biden calling out Repub for wanting to cut Social Security during the State of the Union. I was disappointed it wasn't covered on Onion Nuggets. I just don't give a fuck about the State of the Union. I refuse to watch the State of the Union. I already know the State of the Union. I don't need Joe Biden's spin on it. He can go fuck himself. Bring back cowboy caption memes. Yeah, whatever happened to the good old days? The days of cowboy caption memes. That's when times were good. Or something. Spinach in an omelet is bomb, not by itself. Yeah, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I used to make spinach omelets, but they kept making my stomach upset, and then I realized, like, something has happened to me where, like, eggs don't agree with me the way they used to. So, I don't know. Cuts off a few culinary options there. Hey, TJ, have you ever gone to a therapist? And if so, did it help? I went to a therapist when I was very young, like when I was like 10, and did some talk therapy. Had some sessions there, but I didn't really feel like I don't know, it was fine. I don't really know if it helped me with anything, but it was all right. What's your opinion on almond milk versus regular cow milk? Well, we don't really do almond milk in the house because Chelsea's allergic to almonds. She drinks primarily coconut milk. I think coconut milk tastes gross. And I feel that way about pretty much most of the substitute milks. I like the only milk substitute I ever found that I really liked at all was called Not Milk, which is basically made with pea protein. And no points for guessing why they didn't just call it pea milk. Because yeah, but yeah, that was probably the best one I had. I think that one was pretty tasty, pretty close to actual milk. A lot of people say oat milk. I don't know. It's always had a weird chalkiness to me that I don't fucking care for. But at the end of the day, I like milk. I don't really like this bullshit. You know, I want milk. Cow milk tastes nasty to me. Yeah, I only want milk, and I only want whole milk. I don't really care for all these. I think skim milk tastes fucking awful. 1% marginally better, 2% marginally better. Whole milk, pretty fucking amazing. That's what I really want. You buying the wrong oat milk? Maybe. Yeah, fucking skim milk. Just fucking drink water at that fucking point. It's not even milk anymore. Like you've officially removed the properties that ever made it milk. Like it sucks. Milk is for babies. Drink beer. I do drink beer sometimes, but I also like milk. I drink milk sometimes. I drink beer sometimes. Sometimes I'm a baby. Sometimes I'm a man. Cow milk is disgusting. You can literally taste the cow bodily fluid, sour juice, blah. I don't taste any of that. All I taste is like delicious, rich, creamy fat. My favorite substance on the earth. Especially when I mix chocolate into it. Cow milk makes me sick, lactose intolerant. It leaves a film in my throat that I hate. It's nasty. I love that film in my throat. Not only that, everyone's lactose intolerant, like to some degree. You know? No one lets that stop them. Don't be a pussy. Thoughts, fat-free milk? Yeah, go to hell. Get out of here. Yeah, I don't taste any sourness when I drink milk. I'm not like, ooh, sour. If I tasted some sourness when I was drinking milk, I'd be like, this milk is off. And I'd fucking chug it down the street, the sink. Blub, 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 blub. There you go. Milk is sweet and creamy. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. If I tasted a hint of sourness in milk, I'd be like, this milk is getting off. It's got to go. What's your favorite Johnny Cash song? I don't know, maybe probably Man in Black or Sam Hall. Cocaine Blues, maybe. There's that one he did. It was like a cover of, I think, a Danzig song. Got the number 13 tattooed on my neck. Oh, that one's like they used in fuck, what's it called? It's in the zombie movie, Dawn of the Dead remake that Zack Snyder did before he went to shit. You know, remember that? Where he did the book of, it's like a Book of Revelation song. It's like a bunch of Bible shit. But it's really fucking ominous sounding. It sounds creepy as fuck. TJ, how do you feel about Grease? The substance or the musical? When the man comes around. Yeah, that's it. Is Zack Snyder bad now? Zack Snyder is bad now, and he's been bad for quite some time. Like, Zack Snyder is a director that made, like, one movie that really impressed me, and I was like, holy shit, this guy has got it going on, and then made nothing but dog shit ever since. His one good movie, of course, being his Dawn of the Dead remake. Still wasn't as good as George A. Romero's, but nothing's ever going to be. So the musical. As far as musicals go, Grease doesn't annoy me as much as some others. I actually like the song Beauty School Dropout, so. Thoughts on Henry Cavill? I don't care about Henry Cavill. How the fuck is this Death Grips question still going on in here? 300 was good. 300 was good when you watched it the first time in the movie theater. Has it ever really been good since? Like, that movie has less replay value than any other movie I've ever seen. The first viewing of it's like, holy shit. The second viewing, it's like, oh yeah, this is not that good. It's just visually striking, but really beyond that, it's kind of a shitty movie. Do you cut your own hair, TJ? Chelsea does. Why? Does it look like shit? Do you hate it? Do you hate my hair? Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers. 100 million angels singing. Multitudes are marching to the big kettle drum. Voices calling, voices crying. Some are born and some are dying. It's Alpha and Omega's kingdom come. Oh, the whirlwind is in the thorn tree. Have you seen the movie Smile? Yeah, it sucked. That was a really dumb, shitty horror movie. I was so... I saw the trailer for... Here's my relationship to Smile, all right? I saw the trailer for Smile. I was like, that looks like shit. And then a bunch of people started saying, like, wow, Smile's really good. I was like, oh, shit, really? And then I watched it. I was like, nope, my initial assessment of this was correct. This sucks. I saw X and Pearl last night. I watched X, and I liked X okay. Then I heard there was this prequel about Pearl, and I was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, eh. I had my fill. I'm good. I wasn't really looking for any more about this character or what's going on with this. Like, I got what I wanted. Billie Eilish said she doesn't have a future because of global warming. Is she overreacting? Yeah, she has a future. I mean, like, she's young enough to... I mean, like, yeah, she's got a future. She's overreacting. But, you know, does humanity have a future? I don't know. That's more of the question. I mean, a little bit of one for sure, but, like, you know. I like Smile as a movie, but the messaging behind it was shit. X and Pearl are both amazing. Pearl is a better movie. Really? I just, like, I don't know. I just don't. I saw X and I liked it all right, but I was kind of like, okay, that's good. I'm good on that. And it's like, yeah, here's another one. It's like, yes, I don't know. No thanks. You know? That's another thing. Is like, yeah, Billie Eilish is rich, so like the effects of climate change that she's going to see in her lifetime are mostly going to be things that affect poor people. I'm including all of us in that, by the way, because when rich is literally millions and millions of dollars, all of us are poor by that standard. So, yeah, we're going to be fucking seeing some disastrous things and experiencing some really horrible problems, but Billie Eilish probably is going to be just fine. How much booty is too much? I'll tell you when I've seen it. When I see too much booty, I'll let you know. But it hasn't happened yet. Max In, the sequel to X, is supposed to come out this year, dude. From what I saw in the movie X, it's not franchise material. That was a great little one and done horror movie. Leave it the fuck alone and do something else. I don't want to see a fucking extended universe of it. Whatever happened to the one and done? Why is everything got to be a fucking cinematic goddamn universe now? I don't want to see anyone from that movie again. I don't want to see the story of X fucking continued or whatever the fucking bullshit. No. Stop. Global warming doesn't even real. It's like, oh. I stand corrected. TJ Felix Colgrave. Who the fuck is Felix Colgrave? We pirates here. There's never enough booty. Amen. The Earth goes through climate cycles and has for all of history. It always gets colder and then warmer. We don't cause it. Wow. There's someone who just is like grasping onto that talking point like a buoy as they're in the ocean. Like, this is fine. This has always happened. It's part of the natural cycle of the Earth. It's like, yeah, okay, well, here's a bunch of science that shows you're wrong about that. Nope. Leave me alone. No. Yeah, the Earth has been this hot before. That's true. But we have actually accelerated the cycle by releasing too much CO2 in the atmosphere. It's demonstrable that we've caused this. You can, like, we've literally known scientifically we've been causing this for, I mean, like, actually, there was studies published about this like in the early 1900s, but we pretty much have known it as like a fucking rock solid fact since the 70s and 80s. So I don't know. You're just really fucking dumb and just really like basically you're going like la 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 no 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 no. By the way, even if it is a natural cycle of the Earth, it's still, that doesn't mean like, well, it's nothing to be concerned about. Natural cycle of the Earth. Yeah, you know what else is a natural cycle of the Earth? Mass extinction events. And we're in one. So enjoy, stupid fuck. I would chastise your ignorance harder, but really, even if you weren't an ignorant fuck, it's like the conclusion is inevitable at this point anyway. So buckle up. Dumbass. It's cool. God will save us. Cool. You really think we release more carbon than volcanoes? Yeah. In the long run, I think we do. Yeah, I know I know it's like hard. It's like one of these situations where they show someone the tall glass and the short wide glass, and it's like, which one holds more? And the little kid points to the tall one, like, that one, because it's taller. It's like, nope, they actually hold the same. So yeah, I realize that a volcano releases a shit ton of CO2 right away, but we release a lot over a fucking long period of time. And guess what? While we're releasing that CO2 over a long period of time, you know what's still happening? Fucking volcanoes. So we're exacerbating what already is naturally occurring. Stupid fucking moron. It's like, okay. Let's say there's like an elephant taking a shit, and there's also like a trillion ants taking a shit. Yeah, any one of those ants, little tiny ant turds in and of itself is not gonna fucking stack up against the elephant turd, okay? But imagine all trillion of them shit in the same place. Wow, all of a sudden that turd is huge. Now imagine they all shit on top of the elephant turd. Holy shit, now the turd is mega huge. That's what's going on here. So like, don't be stupid. Quit being a fucking retard. Go fucking read a fucking paper on this or something. Stop fucking, stop giving yourself the cold comfort of whatever right-wing grifting piece of shit has given you these lame-ass talking points. Go look at the actual science. Quit being a fucking cuck bitch and learn a goddamn thing or two before you come in here spouting nonsense, you dumb bitch. What are we talking about, lol? We're talking about climate change. We're talking about elephant turds and ant turds. Enviro suits for all. Indeed. Now we are impervious. The sky is falling. Wah, doomed, doomed. Yes. You know what? You're like the guy on the Titanic that's like, oh, the ship is sinking, I guess. Just because we hit a fucking iceberg, you think the ship's gonna sink? Bro, nuh-uh. Dumbass. Look at all these dumbasses running for the lifeboats. Fucking morons! I'm staying right fucking here. Look, the band is still playing and everything, you fucking pussies. Like, all right, cool. Good for you. Anyway, you're too dumb to be in my chat. Goodbye. See you around. Can we talk about grilled cheese, tomato soup I just had? Yeah. Did you dip the grilled cheese in the tomato soup? What kind of cheese did you use as an American? What kind of bread was it? White? Wheat? Rye? Does the book you're writing touch on anything about climate change? No. That's not what it's about. That'd be too many messages for one fucking book. Provolone with pumpernickel. TJ, thoughts on these douchebag right-wingers trying to ban porn and justifying it because it's bad for society? You know, at this point, I'm kind of surprised they don't have an ally on the left because, as far as I could tell, everyone's a fucking prude now. Everyone's just like got 1,000,001 sexual hangups. So I'm almost surprised that they don't have like. I'm almost surprised it's not just like the across society. Like, yep, we should do it. Because like, it seems like left or right, everybody's a fucking prude now. Everybody's like a little crybaby about anything that has to do with sexuality. So, yeah, I'm almost surprised that there's just not like total agreement on that issue. Fuck prudes. Whether they fucking are of the left, the right, the center, wherever the fuck they are, they can all go fuck themselves. Well, no, sorry, because that would be too scary for them. They can all go, I don't know. They can all go somewhere. Maybe the sun. Hey, TJ, when will society collapse? I don't know. September 11th, 2001. That's when America started its collapse. Not because of the attack, but because of our response. We destroyed ourselves. Let that be known. I've seen some tankies be anti-porn. Actually, a lot of them are, of course. The existence of woke scolds simply proves we need to be even edgier. I agree. It's time for a new degenerate movement to rise up. It's time for a new fucking bunch of freaks and weirdos to emerge from the sewers of society and start fucking lobbing Molotovs. Anyway, that's my hour of power. Thanks for watching. See you next time.